This week we're looking at number 12 in the series on the Gospel in Galatians, and this one is entitled Living by the Spirit. And of course we refer to Galatians chapter 5 and verses 16 to 25 along with other verses from Scripture too. But let's concentrate on what Paul is saying to the Galatians here. He's concerned that they understand that they've given up their past ways and that now they are living by the Spirit. Those old rules, which were systems, rituals, processes by which you controlled the physical, the body and everything else like that, those are done away with because now we operate from spiritual principles. We are living by the Spirit. We're not thinking about the way in which we used to live. And that applies not only to those people there in Galatia, but us ourselves today. And it contrasts in that particular passage the life led by the Spirit and our sinful nature, which of course is still there. We mustn't deny that. Let's not think that that suddenly goes away. But our choice is to live by the Spirit. We are reborn. We are to think about the Spirit. And we are to consider ourselves not so much as people who are bound in this life by this physical body, but spiritual beings on a journey back to our Maker. God himself is Spirit, as Jesus told that woman from Samaria. And there's some quotes in the notes for this time which I think are very helpful, because sometimes we get the idea that spiritual is sometimes very numinous and it's out there and we don't really know exactly, you can't really define it and everything else like that. But that's not the scriptural idea of the Spirit. In fact, as Myron Augustberger says, you are only as spiritual as you are scriptural, because the Spirit is the one who inspired the Scriptures in the first place. He's the source of inspiration. He's the source of our interpretation. The Scriptures testify about the work of the Spirit, and He is the one who is active in our lives. Let's not talk about Spirit in these vague and rather obscure terms, but let's talk about the work of the Spirit who leads us into all truth. Our spiritual lives are ones in which we are being led by the Spirit into truth. And those ways in which the Galatians were falling back into the legalism, into the formalism of the past, need to be done away with, says Paul. You have been set free, that's what we looked at last time, and now you are living by the Spirit. You're not following those rules and regulations that just kept you going in what hopefully was the right direction to achieve something far better, which is this spiritual life. Now that doesn't mean to say the rules and regulations were bad, doesn't mean to say that they were going in the wrong direction. It's simply saying they can only take you so far, because God is the one who is there. He is Spirit. He is the one who is leading us on to something which is far more than this world in which we live. And our lives mean so much more. We're part of this great controversy. We're part of this defense of God, showing that He is truly right, that He is truly good, in contrast to all the lies and the deceptions that the devil has played, all the things he said about God, all the terrible maligning of God is wrong. And God is proving that. And that is why we are called to live a spiritual life, living for Him, showing that this is not the only life, that there is a life to come, and we want to be there together with our loving Lord. May God bless you as you study it, as you think about these vital things.